This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for August 4, 2023. And in the news this evening, 3 dead, 4 injured in late-night attack in Rockford. 3 people are dead and another 4 are nursing gunshot wounds following a shooting incident at a bar on Rosden Road in Rockford, Kingston on Thursday night. According to the police, the shooting is as a result of an ongoing gang feud between warring factions in the area. Philip Kendrick Smith, Deputy Superintendent of Police in charge of operations at the Kingston Eastern Division, said one of the deceased, identified as Warren Benjamin, was allegedly involved in the 2022 shooting of a man known as a Luxury. Police say the incident has left the area tense and have indicated that all entertainment events to be hosted in the area must be approved by the Kingston Eastern Division. Officers went further to state that they cannot guarantee the safety of patrons who attend events that are hosted without a proper approval from law enforcers.
My name is Philip Kendrick Smith. I'm a Deputy Superintendent in charge of operations at the Kingston Eastern Division. We are currently at the scene of a alleged triple murder and a shooting incident that took place at the intersection of Rosden Road. We are currently at a specific location at a bar where the incident took place at about 11:10 p.m. yesterday or last night. What we have gleaned so far is that there are 2 rival gangs within the space. There was a shooting last year where a young man who is known by the name of Luxury was allegedly shot and injured by Warren Benjamin, who is one of the deceased in this incident. Information is that they came to a gathering here at this location, and men from the different factions met upon each other, and there was gunfire. As a result, the 3 persons died as a result of the incident, and 4 persons are currently being treated at the hospital. 1 person who has died would be deemed to be one of the instigators of the incident itself. Other 2 persons were patrons at the incident. We had no knowledge of it and definitely would not have been approved by the hierarchy of the Kingston East Division. Based on events that have been occurring within the division itself, we have made a decision that no parties or no permits would be granted for any parties, especially in the Rockford, the Mountain View, the Rollington Town spaces. So we are just imploring persons to apply for permits, and if same is granted,
18-year-old accused the shooter paralyzed during tussle with a victim in St. Mary incident. An 18-year-old who is accused of shooting a man in his neck in St. Mary last month was reportedly paralyzed during the same incident after a tussle with the victim. Miguel Francis, otherwise called Michael Huan, a carpenter from Greenwich Street, Kingston 14, and the Dover district, slapped with several gun-related charges, was charged after a man was shot and injured on July 17 in Dover district in Onotta Bay last month. Francis was reportedly shot during this same incident, which resulted in him being paralyzed from the waist down. He was held after he turned up at hospital with a gunshot wound and was pointed out by the man who was earlier shot and injured. He is charged with wounding with intent with the use of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, possession of a prohibited weapon, and using a firearm to commit a felony. Reports were that around 10 p.m., a construction worker was at home when he heard a strange sound outside and went to investigate. It is reported that the construction worker was approached by a gunman who shot him in the neck. The injured man then held onto the firearm, and a struggle ensued and another round was discharged. The injured construction worker ran off and collapsed on the roadway and was assisted to the hospital, where he was treated and admitted in serious condition. The police were summoned to the scene of the incident, and while searching the crime scene, they found Francis about 15 meters away, suffering from what appeared to be a gunshot wound to his chest. He was rushed to the same hospital for treatment. While there, he was pointed out by the construction worker as the shooter. He was taken into police custody, treated, and admitted. 3 nabbed after gun found in car trunk. 3 men are now in custody after a firearm was found in the trunk of a car in Westmoreland on Wednesday. Reports from the Savannah Lamar police are that about 11 p.m., a team of officers conducted an intelligence-led operation during which they intercepted a Toyota Probox motor car. A detailed search of the vehicle resulted in one Smith & Wesson .40 pistol with 9.40 cartridges being found hidden in a section of the trunk. The 3 men were subsequently arrested. However, their identities are being withheld pending further investigations. Darrell Vaz files a defamation suit against the PNP's Dayton Campbell. People's National Party General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell has been slapped with a defamation lawsuit in connection with the comments made against the Minister of Transport Darrell Vaz on a political platform last month. Minister Vaz is seeking damages for defamation and interest pursuant to the Law Reform Miscellaneous Provisions Act. Attorney Catherine Minto filed the claim Friday on behalf of Mr. Vaz, who is named in court documents as the claimant. According to the document, Dr. Campbell, who is named as the defendant, made the remarks on July 27 while addressing a gathering at the PNP's Northwestern Clarendon Annual Constituency Conference in Spalding. Mr. Vaz's attorney is claiming that her client was defamed through words in their natural and ordinary meaning, and in the context of the defendant's speech was meant to convey or imply that the claimant had engaged in criminal conduct. She also said Dr. Campbell's utterances implied that he is lacking in probity, moral integrity, and decency. The lawsuit claims Dr. Campbell's comments have caused serious injuries to the minister, his feelings, and his reputation. It says the minister also suffered considerable embarrassment, anxiety, and distress. Mr. Vaz, through his attorney, is claiming that Dr. Campbell has failed and/or refused to immediately tender an apology. The transport minister is seeking general aggravation and exemplary damages on the basis that Dr. Campbell's statements were entirely unnecessary. His attorney is also seeking an injunction restraining Dr. Campbell from further publishing or causing to be published in spoken words or written form the said or similar words defamatory to the claimant. The lawsuit was filed hours after former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson pointed out what he terms the appalling deterioration in public discourse from some in the political sphere and the positions of authority. Mr. Patterson said such utterances cannot be allowed to continue without a clear denunciation. There have been increased calls for the re-establishment of a political ombudsman to hold the politicians accountable. Police say reports of model being abducted in Portmore are false. The police say claims in a YouTube video that a female model was abducted by men in a Toyota Probox motorcar in Portmore, St. Catherine on Thursday are false. The police say the woman in question was actually arrested and taken to the Bridgeport police station. A release from the Corporate Communications Unit of the Jamaica Constabulary Force says a bailiff from the court and a policeman who was in plainclothes went to the woman's house in Portmore on Thursday to execute a warrant of commitment. The woman was reportedly unable to fulfill the order by the court and was arrested and taken to the police station. The CCU says the men lawfully executed the order by the court and there were no reports of abuse by the woman. The police are urging members of the public and the holder of the YouTube account to desist from sharing false information about an abduction. They are also reminding social media personalities to desist from sharing misinformation, noting that it compromises the safety and the security of individuals involved. CCU says they should verify information with the police before posting. St. James, a man charged for allegedly breaking into church hall. 28-year-old Audley Graham of Bogue Hill, St. James, has been charged with housebreaking and larceny after he allegedly stole items from a church hall on July 15. The Montego Bay police say the church hall was securely locked on July 14, but when the priest arrived there the next morning, he discovered a door breached and a number of items missing. The items missing included a steel chainsaw valued at $55,000, Ulefone Arm 3W cell phone valued at £300, a portable charger, and a jump starter valued at US $58 and £200. A report was made to the police and an investigation launched. A review of the closed-circuit television footage was conducted, and Graham was reportedly seen committing the offenses. He was subsequently arrested and charged. His court date is being arranged. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.